In this video, I want to talk about some common misconceptions about travelling to Mallorca in the autumn. Now, my first misconception is do not assume that because we're out of peak season, we're out of July and August, and it is now September, that the island will not be busy, because it is still busy. Now, there are a lot of people that have missed out on their summer holiday this year for many reasons, including the huge cost of coming out here during July and August. So we're getting a lot of visitors coming over here this autumn wanting to make the most of cheaper flight prices and cheaper hotel rates. Now, we travelled through Bristol Airport in the UK just a couple of days ago. I saw so many people checking in for their TUI holidays and at the EasyJet check-in desks too. Now, if you are coming through any of the airports, whether you're coming from the UK or from within Europe, then please make sure that you turn up at the airport in really good time, even if you're just travelling with hand luggage. Because as you can see in this footage here, that the queues going through airport security were really long, and we were waiting for well over half an hour to get through airport security at Bristol Airport. You can also see by the departure lounge as well that there are many people travelling to all sorts of destinations to try and get that late summer holiday. So my advice is just get to that airport early. Now, on arrival into Palma Airport, you can see just how many people in Terminal A were waiting to go back to the UK. It was very, very busy out there. So if you are on your way back to the UK or indeed to any other destination, please make sure you get to the airport early. Be prepared for there not being very much seating actually at the gates at the airport too, and just be prepared for a few late night delays that some of the aeroplanes could have picked up along the way. Now, if you want to hear more about travelling to Mallorca during the autumn, then please check out last week's news update, which I'll link to just up here. Now, before I forget, I'm also going to ask you to hit that subscribe button as well if you're coming out to see us over in Mallorca over the autumn and winter months, or indeed if you're planning a holiday next summer. Because don't forget, my YouTube channel has got all the very best guides, news and travel tips for your journey. Okay, so along with the island still being busy this September, also bear in mind that with the return of many families to their home countries, that this is also going to include any university students who have come out here to work on the island this summer, or indeed who are residents here. These kids are going to be going off to university to start a new term, which is also going to mean that many of the restaurants and the bars here are going to experience staffing problems. Now, once again, if you're coming out here, it may well feel a little bit like peak season in terms of ordering food. You may experience a few delays in restaurants. Please be patient. All the restaurants I know are doing the absolute best they can to make sure everyone is served on time and given the best possible service and food. So please be patient if you are coming out here. So another common misconception if you're travelling over from a third country, so say from the UK, is that you don't need to provide your COVID paperwork when entering Palma Airport. Well, I have news for you. Unfortunately, all this paperwork is still being checked, and this is a legal requirement for third countries to present this COVID paperwork on entry to Spain. Now, coming into the airport just the other day, I saw many young kids not turning up with either their vaccination certificate or their recovery certificate, and not having a test either. And I saw them being led away into the little sanatorium that they do have at the Spanish health check area as you come through into the arrivals area in Palma, and they were getting tests. I did ask the guy sitting at the desk as we went through whether these people were being charged for the tests, and he said most probably yes. And if you need to know exactly what you need to bring out here, then once again I'll leave a link to that in the description text below this video. Now, and one more misconception is that Spanish health form as well, that QR code. Now, I do know that the holiday companies are asking you to just fill out that Spanish health form anyway, keeps them covered just in case anyone asks for it. But the actual legalities of it are that if you do not have a vaccination certificate or a official COVID recovery certificate, and you are only taking a test, then you do need to fill out that QR code. You do need to fill out that online Spanish health form. Only takes a couple of minutes. You then get that barcode to download, which you'll need as you go through the airport to present with your test. Now, in terms of getting a test, if you are in the UK as well, I'm also going to leave a link to a really super cheap COVID test in the description text below this video. It's around £12. Don't spend any more money if you don't have to. It seems completely pointless doing so, but I mean, at the end of the day, I just want you to get that test taken, come through the airport and go on your holiday. Now, another common misconception which I'd just like to clarify is with regards to a video that I made a few weeks ago regarding the amount of money that travellers from third countries need to demonstrate when entering Spain. Now, in this video I explained that legally you're supposed to have €100 per day spending money, but this is actually, and I want to make this absolutely clear, this is not being checked at the airport. There's no system in place at airport security to check what kind of funds you're bringing into the island. Now, even worse, I heard that a lovely Facebook group member had taken out a massive loan to demonstrate this proof of funds, which is just not needed. So I'd really advise against anyone doing this in the future when they're coming over here on holiday. Do not take out a loan. You don't need to do that, because at the end of the day you're going to be paying interest on that loan and it's going to be for absolutely nothing. Okay, so I have a very quick weather forecast for you for the week ahead. Now, as you can see from the clouds behind me, we've had a little bit of stormy weather over the past few days. It's very hot and humid here. It's around 30 degrees. It's still about 28 now and the sun's just set over in the distance. Now, moving on into the week, we're going to have a lot more sunshine, we're going to have a lot of clouds. There may be a little bit of disturbance out in the Atlantic, which may well affect the weather here in the Mediterranean, but please be assured if you're coming over here on holiday, you're going to have some fantastic weather, but it's going to be quite busy out here, but it's just basically the perfect time to come and visit the islands. Okay everyone, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget you can find me on the Facebook group and on Instagram, also called Mallorca Under the Sun. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And I look forward to seeing you on the very next video. Goodbye for now.